Anyways, report. Injustice 3 is in development at NetherRealm Studios. The idea of NetherRealm Studios returning to its iconic DC fighting series, Injustice, following a Mortal Kombat release, will come as a surprise to almost no one. Though, despite their predictable release cycle, a cloud of uncertainty has continued to hang over the developer's next major project. Much of that doubt began to dissipate last year when reports surfaced that the voice actors for Superman and Aquaman in Injustice series has spilled the beans on a convention, hinting that a third entry was indeed in development. While that sounded promising, we still lacked more tangible evidence needed to confirm our suspicions beyond mere word of mouth. Fortunately, we've been able to uncover new evidence that corroborates Injustice 3 as the next NetherRealm project. The following information comes from the resume of an artist currently working at Warner Bros. Games, whose identity we've chosen to withhold for confidentiality realities. They don't want to get him in trouble. In it, the artist lists experience on several AAA projects ranging from the already confirmed Hogwarts Legacy sequel to the unannounced titles. Most notably, however, is the explicit mention of the project that interests most of us, Injustice 3. Oh, yeah, there it is right there. So he posted it on his job resume. So I'm going to tell you, all right, so this like 80% confirms the game. Let me tell you why. This means at bare minimum, Injustice 3 is real, but it does not mean that it'll ever come out because games get canceled all the time. Now, I'm leaning towards I don't think this will get canceled because I think this is a moneymaker for Warner Bros. But Injustice 3 could get canceled at any point. But at bare minimum, this does unfortunately, not I want to say unfortunately, he unfortunately unintentionally leaked the game by putting it in his resume, man. That is coming. While the confirmation doesn't go beyond a simple mention, it remains tremendously interesting to see what we're bound to return to Injustice chaotic take on the DC universe. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If it don't got Static Shock in the game, it's a fail. We're the third one in the series. We need some black people, okay? I don't want no Jon Stewart skin. I want Jon Stewart. But really, I want Static. I seen y'all in the chat talking about some fucking absolute Batman. It's enough Batman, okay? I only want to see absolute Batman if it's taking place in the absolute universe, Injustice 3. Other than that, maybe an absolute Batman skin. We can do a skin. Absolute Wonder Woman skin, that's fine. But I'd imagine they're probably going to stick to the DC universe, the regular DC universe. What is the story going to be about? They could do the DC KO storyline that just happened, where they have all the DC heroes fighting to become the next, what's his name? The next Darkseid to rule the universe. Yeah, put Crypto in the game, a little troll character, bruh. Put him in the game. I'm gonna need there to be a limit too on how many shooting characters there are, because I feel like that kills the game. Not just the shitty online, but the fact that Injustice is always full of characters that just sit in the corner and just fucking shoot. People who zone, I'm good off the zoning. I need Beast Boy. Beast Boy would be fire. Mr. Terrific, that'd be fire. Let's dig a little bit into the DC bag. I don't want to see the same characters, man. I don't want to see Deadshot and then Deadshot Jr., aka Idris Elba. I don't want to see, what is his name, Bloodsport? I don't want to see Deadshot Jr. Vixen, yeah, Vixen would be fire. We could do Hardware. Bronze Tiger would be cool. Wildcat just be throwing hands and shit. There's a lot of characters on the board that they can use, but I'm happy to hear know that there's a high probability that it's coming, bro. The Black Aqualad, we can do that, bro. We can do that. Kite Man. All right, bro. You seen this stream, Black? Yeah, I got it saved. JP, I got it saved. Shout out to John the Space Cowboy with the super chat. They deviated from the comic with the second game. If they would have stayed on the same story, the third game would have been a good story. We gonna see though. We gonna see. Do you think Static Shock would have been as big as Spider-Man if they didn't hoe him on the toys? As big as Spider-Man? I don't know. Maybe like a strong second or third, but I don't know about as big as Spider-Man. I do feel like Miles Morales benefits from the fact that like he is Spider-Man. Like that gives the boost, you know, despite what some people say. he's a black Spider-Man, but he benefits from having that title, that clout of Spider-Man. Because there are people like versus like Static's an original character. Man, what the fuck is that shit? Versus telling somebody, oh, there's a black Spider-Man. The people are gonna be halfway interested just because they like Spider-Man. So no, I don't know if he would have been as big as Spider-Man, but maybe on par, like a little bit on a like a lower. If he wasn't S at A tier, at bare minimum, Static should be bigger than what he is. I think he should be bigger than what he is. I think he could have been DC's Miles Morales, basically. He has the swagger of a black teen. Tight shit, tight shit, tight shit. Other news, we have an update on the whole PlayStation DRM debacle. If you haven't been following the story, a few days ago, it was confirmed that if you purchase a digital game on PlayStation, whether it's PS4 or 5, although I don't know what you're purchasing on the 4, every 30 days, you would have to check in to make sure that you still own the game. Digital DRM. And if you didn't, you would lose access to the game. Then a couple days later, a rumor came out and said, well, actually what's going on is they're trying to stop scammers because scammers found a way to get around paying for games through the refund system. So this DRM is a way to stop that. And basically what it would only check it for 30 days. And then after that, it removes the DRM. Sony's been very quiet on this. Very interesting too, because they've been getting a lot of negative press. People are worried about game preservation, not being able to access their games without the internet and stuff like that. Sony has, a week later, has finally answered to the rumors. Sony has provided a statement to GameSpot regarding the PSN license checks. They said players can continue to access and play their purchased games as usual. A one-time online check is required to confirm the game's license, after which no further check-ins are required. So shout out to the fans who figured it out. Digging into the data, the rumor was true. This is to stop scammers from stealing games off of PlayStation through the refund system. So basically, you only got to check it once. After that, the DRM is gone, if they're being honest. And I have no reason to call them a liar. So this is a story that's been blown out of proportion. And I'm going to be honest, it's Sony's fault that it was blown out of proportion. They let this narrative run wild when day one. This is one of those things that, because if you weren't paying attention to the story, they put this update out quietly. They should have put the update out and released patch notes and said, this is what it is. Instead, they let the internet create a narrative. And now you got people, because you know, most people are going to see the lie, but they're not going to see the update. They're not going to see the update. Me personally, I'm not up here trying to spread no type of misinformation. Yeah, it was a lack of communication. But there are people out who are not chronically online. They're not going to see this update and they're going to be mad at fucking Sony. They might be buying an Xbox. And Sony, that's on you. But the good news is it is not worst case scenario. Pretty much making you restore your license so they can check. Just say that, Sony. Pretty much. So there's your update on that. Boxing community, where y'all at? Undisputed developer in support to focus on a sequel. And depending on how you feel, you might feel, or you might feel a little. Steel City Interactive, the developers of one of the worst boxing games I've ever played, Undisputed, has announced that it will be ceasing support for the boxing game ahead of its sequel. Undisputed, released back in 2024. God damn. So less than 2 years, it's like a year and a half ago, after spending nearly 2 years in early access, was the first licensed boxing game since EA's Fight Night. It was an earnest attempt to make something from next to nothing. The team was eventually able to attract real boxers and major boxing organizations to help make the game more authentic. Undisputed received mixed reviews from critics, including IGN. We gave it a 6. That shit is really like a fucking 3. Shit sucks. It sucks. It fucking sucks. How you make a box? Undisputed is the X-Defiant of fucking boxing video games. And what I mean is, most of you probably did play X-Defiant because it was free to play, but you didn't play this game because you had to pay $70. If you remember, X-Defiant is the first shooting game I ever played where the shooting didn't fucking work. You had one job and the bullets wasn't connecting. That's what Undisputed was. It's a boxing game. You had one job to make sure my punches connected, and they didn't. They felt like pillows, but the game was full of ghost punches. And what I mean is, you could be on the other side of the ring from them and throw a punch and they would still get hit. You would be knocking niggas out without ever touching. The game was just ass, bro. And the worst part is, I blame the community. The devs obviously bit off more than they can chew, but the community kept defending. Come on, man, it's the only boxing game we got, bro. Be nice to the developers. I didn't say fuck the developers. I said, here's the feedback so we can fix the game. And the worst part is the Undisputed community is primarily made of old heads. I'm not gonna lie, man. Niggas who just sit in the barbershop all day. Like, bro, you ain't got a fucking job. Get your old head ass on, dude. Selling CDs and DVDs still. We streaming shit now. Come on, man, CDs, DVDs. We got this Undisputed, bro. Come on, Mayweather, man. They got Canelo. Old bald-headed ass bitch ass niggas, bro. And you can't tell them old head niggas nothing, bro, because they live more life than you. Because somehow that equates to being smarter. So long story short, they are ditching this game and they are working on a sequel. And I'm here to let everybody know, we don't care. I mean, when they drop the trailer for the second game, we'll take a look at it, but am I gonna be more open to it the next? I'll wait for the reviews. Unless I get a free copy. I bought the last game. I'm not paying $70 off rip. I'm not pre-ordering this shit. I'll wait for a review and see what they say, because this game was not a 6. This game was terrible, man. And them old heads pissed me off too. I remember when I was streaming this shit, they tried to tell me I didn't know shit about boxing because of the critiques that I was making about the game, bro. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? If I'm ducking and weaving, I'm moving my feet, I should not be getting hit in the face. I should get hit in the face because the punch landed. This brain's fucking fried. And it's crazy too, because you old head ass niggas all bald headed. You supposed to be getting more air to your fucking scalp, your brain. You would think you'd be able to think straight with all that oxygen, but I guess not. I guess not. Too many fucking hot-headed ass debates in the barbershop. You can't breathe straight. So it's a broken game. What the fuck does that have to do? That's what I'm saying, bro. They was gaslighting me. I said, all right, you bitch ass niggas, I'm not supporting this game no more. This shit dead. I knew the moment I stopped playing that, I was like, this shit dead. Cause did no other bigger content creator pick up that shit. This shit dead as hell, bro. Niggas was button mashing on that bullshit too. Hey, the boogeyman is in the building. I wasn't sure. And a year full of fucking bangers. Resident Evil 9, Pragmata, Onimusha, GTA 6, Wolverine, Phantom Blaze Zero, 007, Fable. There's another game that I think has probably Game of the Year potential based off the last game. But I wasn't sure if it was coming out. Chat, it's looking like it's coming out. What am I talking about? Plague's Tale Requiem was a phenomenal game if you have not played it. It's probably on the Game Pass. Its sequel, A Plague's Tale Legacy, is still on track for 2026. Release is almost here, the studio says. Set 15 years before A Plague's Tale Requiem, it's set in the Mediterranean on the Minotaur Island, which is said to hide a secret treasure. You play as a younger Sophia, the pirate smuggler character from Requiem. Sophia is a renowned plunderer and smuggler nicknamed the Scorpion of the Seas. Melee-based combat with swords, daggers, and parries. Previously, you only had a sling. Time-shifting mechanic allows you to tap into the echoes to switch between the 14th century and the ancient. So this is what I was worried about, because you're not playing as Rat Boy anymore. Do you lose any magic? It looks like there's still going to be magic in the game. My sword and arrow gamers is eating. This is the game with the rats and the Black Plague? Correct. The story shifts between her adult and childhood flashbacks as you explore the character's motivations and the environment she grew up in. Sophia had been placed in a convent by her mother's family, but escaped to her father, who was the leader of a pirate camp. The Makala rat curse thing is linked to the events on Minotaur Island, and Sophia herself may be affected. So maybe we're going to learn about where this rat plague came from. Solve puzzles using an ancient Mionin, I don't know how to pronounce that shit, mirror to manipulate light, releasing later this year on the PS5, Xbox, and PC. This game had, Plague's Tale Requiem has some of the best puzzles I've seen in a fucking video game. Shit was fucking great, bruh. It looks like this is probably going to be one of the best looking games of the year. They got the source on this shit. Not gonna lie, I still got the first 2 games in my PS Plus library. I'm not gonna hold you. If you want to play the games, I'd recommend just watching a summary of the first game. The first game is like I played them both. The first game's like a 6 out of 10. It's okay, but it's a pretty rough around the edges stealth game. When I tell you that second game is so much fucking better. What year did Plague's Tale Requiem come out? I think it was 2022. It was. All right, so let me explain to you how good this game was if you haven't played it. The only reason this was not game of the year for me is because what else came out in 2022? What else came out? If this would have came out any other year, 2022 was the year of fucking Elden Ring. It just came out at the wrong time. When I tell you this is a strong 2, a strong second favorite, it's a strong. If it was 23, 21, it might have won game of the year for me. This is what I would define as like one of the best sequels I've ever fucking played. They went from the first game being like a 6 out of 10 to this being like a 9.5. Like they took it to a different level from the storytelling, the gameplay, the graphics, the pacing. So I'm excited about what they're going to do with this next one. I loved it. I fucking loved it. It was a great game, but it's one of those games a lot of people didn't talk about. It's not sexy. It's not a sexy pick, you know? But it was cool. But they got any new gameplay screenshots? Yep, can't wait for that. Requiem's ending was insane. It was insane, boy. Shout out to Rat Boy. This one you get to play as a pirate. Shout out to all the Black Flag fans out there. That's all the screenshots they got. So hopefully a gameplay trailer drops. I'm just happy to know this is coming out this year. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. If you're tight on time, I'd recommend just watching a summary of the first game. And to keep it a buck, even if you don't play the first game, you can follow the second game pretty easily. What made the puzzles good? I never played it. The puzzles were very contextual. They were contextual and unique. So what I mean is every puzzle you encountered in Plague's Tale Requiem had something to do with the story. And they were always properly placed. You were working your way through the level, fighting, navigating, interacting with characters. And then a puzzle would come and it always involved like the environment. It always just felt natural. Like think of God of War Ragnarok and how the puzzles were paced there. And think the polar opposite of God of War Ragnarok. Think the polar opposite. Like I said, that moment in Ragnarok where you fought that beast in that arena, and then right after you fought the beast, there was a puzzle to get out of the arena. That shit almost made me quit the game. I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, so just think God of War Ragnarok and the polar opposite. Like that. Yeah, they were very well thought out and contextual to the story. So it didn't feel like a chore. I was like, oh, they put thought behind this shit, bro. Versus like, let's just put a puzzle here. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, I'm gonna gas up this game. This is a day one. If this does make the 2026 release date, this is a day one play for me. Yeah, I'm gonna try out Saros. So many games I'm looking forward to this year. Too many games. Invincible day one patch notes. The game drops tomorrow. Here's the patch notes. Core system changes, damage scaling. We've done overall pass on damage scaling to reduce the number of solo touch of death routes, utilizing easy to perform and repeatable combos. So basically the beta was, I do think the combos were hella overpowered in the beta. Fights should last a little bit longer. Cause like the problem with this game was like the combos didn't scale to like ults. If you ever played a fighting game, if somebody pulls off a 10-hit combo and then does an ult afterwards, the ult doesn't do as much damage versus if you just throw it out. In this game, it didn't fucking matter. You could do a 20, 30 hit combo, then throw an ult, and it's still gonna get max damage. That shit was a little spooky, I'm not gonna lie. That's why it was easy to wash people so quickly. Heroic Strike now costs 1.5 bars, so you won't be able to spam EX moves, I guess. You can no longer tag in a new fighter immediately after killing an opponent. Reduce the window to break out of recovery to address concerns that quick get up occurs too often. Punishable pass. When done, we've done a pass on every fighter's special, boosted special, and special moves that will, for the most part, make them unsafe on block and more open to punish. Oh. Now, I said it. I was catching bodies during the beta, but I felt like I should have caught a whole lot more bodies. But I couldn't because this game was one of the most scrubby punish windows I ever seen, bruh. People were able to throw out the most unsafe moves. This might be the first game I've seen where niggas was throwing out Shoto punches, just jumping in there, Hadouken, with Omni-Man, and you couldn't punish it half the time. I'm like, while they're coming down slow motion, they brick the punch, they coming down slow motion. You should be saying, oh shit, a combo's coming. Not in this game, but it seems like they're addressing that. These are big changes. Adjust the interactions on throws so that being interrupted should now reset to neutral. You can now cancel ground forward and dash 5 frames earlier. Aerial jump cancels. You can no longer cancel aerial attacks on block, only on hit. And then they have a bunch of fighter changes too. Goddamn. All right, let's see. We've done a pass and labeled Alien the Alliance escapes as linkers. I didn't play him. What about Battle Beast? Pounce. Reduce the knockback of the final hit on block. This move is now punishable on block. Headhunter. Adam Eve. This move is now negative on block. Yeah, so it's all making everything. It seems like everybody got a fucking nerf. Punishable. Everything's more punishable. Everything's more punishable. Big fixes: fix ghost players and matchmaking, the gray matchmaking. Fix upwards to 80% of crashes seen from the open beta. Okay. Improve the HUD clarity. Fixed rare issue with Omni-Man's ultimate will play twice in online matches. Added a partial fix for issues where players who disconnected from a ranked match would not immediately see their league points. As listed in our known issues, LP will update our next match. We'll fix an issue where LP would be assigned incorrectly. General improvement pass on gameplay performance. Fix the dash input and added a missing input check on snapback. Hey, they're listening. This was a real beta. I give it to them. I was worried that this was just a demo because this beta was happening a month before the game came out, but not only did they fix a lot of stuff, they said they got more stuff to fix. They're listening. They are listening. W-Devs, W-Transparency. We're on it tomorrow. We will be screaming. I don't know if anybody's seen, but fans are trying to put together a bootleg edition or a fan-made version of Star Wars Battlefront. EA won't make Star Wars Battlefront 3, so fans are now making it inside of Fortnite. They said, fuck it, we'll do it ourselves. It's called Frontlines. It has over 400 unique voice lines, capture post plus eliminate enemies to score, custom music for every map, transform into rebels or star troopers, custom NPCs that feel like real players, 4 maps at launch, and more is coming. And there's actually some gameplay. And I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't look bad.
Soldiers, we need those capture points.
We getting back on Fortnite, boys? Disney about to go in on their ass. I might fuck around and download this shit for shits and giggles, see what it's about.
Come on, soldiers, we need those capture.
It honestly doesn't look bad. If they can get rid of that circle thing, I'm interested. It's fucking free, like whatever, dude. I'm impressed for like a fan-made game. I'm impressed. Be the first to get notified when Frontlines goes live on Friday. Join the Discord here if y'all want the info, because I see some of y'all say in the chat y'all are interested. You gonna play it off stream? There you go. I dropped the link in the chat. This is what JP was talking about earlier. Indie dev is putting together a video game where you have to fight your backlog. This indie dev is making a game where your Steam backlog comes to life and it tries to kill you. Fight the games you've never played. The more you paid, the stronger they are. You're literally battling your backlog.
These are your games from your Steam library. And the ones you barely play are your enemies. Ow! The amount you paid for them is the damage they do to you. The ones you
This shit was hilarious to me.
are your allies.
It's actually a cool idea.
The ones you never play are immortal royalty.
Like, I think the concept is cool. It's just the gameplay doesn't move me. Maybe if it was like a boomer shooter, like Doom Eternal or something.
Play your friend's game list and compete in their own leaderboard.
Is it supposed to encourage me to play my backlog? No, you gotta destroy it.
Welcome to Game Quest. These are your game.
But yeah, that's the game. Looks like it's still in early development, but it's called Game Quest: The Backlog Battler. If you're interested, There you go. I'm dropping the link. If you want to battle your backlog. And last but not least, Lanterns will premiere on August 16th for HBO. You know, we on that day one. I'm curious to see if I'm curious to see if the gun is fully loaded. Is this going to be a bait and switch, or is this going to be the bullshit we think it could be? I'm hoping it's a bait and switch. Let's go into the sub. Yeah, let's hope the gun doesn't jam. Let's go into the sub box. Which one? My main account. You hungry, dude? Hungry, doggy? All right. I doubt there's anything, but let's see. Let's see. Wait, what is this? What you can do in NT Never Just to Everness. Is that another gacha game? Gold Adventure. Hellbreak. That looks like Doom. Call of Duty. Oh shit. Yeah, not really like there's too much going on here. Way of the Hunter 2. We already looked at the Run trailer. Possessors? What is this? You seen someone made a San Andreas movie trailer with AI? I bet that shit ass. Dual Knights Abyss. Invincible launch trailer. It's an anime artwork. It's either gacha or red. TBH, I'm tired of YouTubers farming negativity for views. When's this swing gonna go back to normal, man? You want to hear the truth? I'm not saying you, but one of the reasons why negativity is so popular on social media is because your friends, your family, it's never gonna go back. It's the consumer's fault. I hate to break it to y'all. Look how much I gotta beg people to hit the fucking like button. It's more the consumer's fault. You may not like it, but your friends and family do. They love that shit, bruh. So if you wanna, you gotta be, as corny as it sounds, you gotta be the change that you want to see in life. You gotta share the stuff that you like. That's all. So you could drown out the negativity, but people don't do that shit. They be quick to share that negative. Like something negative will pop on the timeline. What's the first thing a lot of y'all do? You hit that share button and put it in the group chat. Whether you realize that or not, that's telling the algorithm, oh, you like this shit, bro. Even if you don't, you might be just sharing it because it's fucking crazy. All right, let's see.
Get out of here, GTA 6. The only GTA we're interested in now is going totally anime.
Is this that anime Spider-Man game?
Mr. Everness is giving us all the chaotic open-world life sim and violence gameplay we need. NTE takes players to Heathrow, a sprawling near-future city that's ripe for reckless driving and parkour traversal.
What the hell is this?
Unfortunately, it's also hosting myriad anomaly invasions, which are wreaking havoc and bringing an inconvenient existential crisis to the population's chill city vibes. Here's what you need to know before you download. This video is presented by NTE. An otherworldly vortex has begun corrupting the citizens of Heathrow, turning them into enraged, mutated anomalies, and the only department equipped to handle this predicament is the Bureau of Anomaly Control.
So this is a gacha game?
Agents with extra sensory perception, aka ESPAs, to use devastate this threat to humans to get to the heart of these anomalies.
As long as I play as Big Titty Waifus, I'll play this. Y'all said it is? Oh, skip. We out. We don't do the gacha. That's the double shit. Gacha games are the final form of fucking live service, the ultimate double. All 9 circles. Gold Adventure. Yeah, gacha wallet.
Plans approved.
Shout out to Venus with the sub.
Just one bit of good.
We're not watching that. Hellbreak. I was right in the thumbnail. I said this looks like Doom. Boomer shooter. Going back to hell, boys. Is clearly modeled after Doom Eternal, though, not the recent one, because the movement. Yeah, I ain't playing it. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it's like I played this game before. Or like Serious Sam. I can see that a little bit, yeah. Possessors. Was Doom the Dark Ages trash? Nah, but everybody I know played it, just said it was underwhelming and it wasn't as good as Doom Eternal or Doom 2016. And I love Doom Eternal, so I was like, when I heard it was underwhelming, I was like, I'll pass.
Kaz, wait.
Devolver Digital, they make good games.
No.
Yeah, it was an improvement.
Help me.
Art's cool. Where's the gameplay? The art is fire. Where's her legs? She got the little tink tinks. Representation, see? Yeah, her legs, they're right there. She got them little tink tinks, bro. She got the paper clips. That's representation. Switch 2. Looks okay, but I don't have a Switch 2, so what you want me to do? Duet Knights Abyss. Yeah, I feel like a handheld is best for those 2D games.
Drinking is for forgetting.
Big titty anime demon. Ooh!
To swallow shattered dreams.
And she want to swallow too. She a succubus.
And let the dawn dust it all away.
And she want to dust your shit off. Ow! Where's the gameplay at? Entire Hokage.
Oh! We do this my way, and you'll learn just how cold the world is. Now you want to talk terms.
Bro, what am I looking at? No gameplay. Just titties. Just titties. Oh my lord. Gooner game. Invincible launch trailer. Am I off the subs? I wish, but nah.
You'll never take this planet. Fight. Go.
Never underestimate Viltrumite power.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
This battle is beneath.
We're gonna be running lobbies. We're gonna get in the lab. We're gonna be pressing buttons. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna cry. We definitely gonna rage out. Cecil looks annoying. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Cecil's the one character I am worried about, especially after playing Rexplode, because Rexplode in the beta was annoying too. And Cecil looks like Rexplode on crack.
Little fireworks won't stop one villain.
That is the one character I'm worried about. Do I use fight sticks? I tried in the past. It wasn't for me. I prefer a gamepad.
This is not what I needed today. My time is valuable.
I think what makes Cecil annoying is not the fact that he's a zoner. Every fighting game has a zoner. It's the speed in which he zones if you pay attention to the footage. Like, this bitch ass nigga is throwing grenades, shooting rockets, pistols at the speed of light. It just looks like a character you want to be allowed to breathe off of. I hope there's a cooldown on this stuff.
Diet time. You need to get a hobby, dude.
Yeah, you know we on that conquest too.
I'm gonna kill you so many times. Yes.
Hard to believe you're Nolan's son. It's time.
Ooh.
Too bad there's only one of you. I have infinite copies, all pissed.
Think you're gonna beat me with nature?
That's enough! Get wrecked!
You want me? Here I am.
This is gonna hurt.
The mix-up is crazy.
Got something for you.
All right, coming through!
Now we're getting somewhere. Having fun.
Get off my planet or I'm going to fuck you up.
Hey, shit. I'm looking forward to Tiana Taylor. Yeah, the original character. I hope they have a good explanation of who she is in the story. Looks good, though. That's tomorrow. RZA's one spoon of chocolate official. What the fuck is this? Wu-Tang RZA spoonful of chocolate. Somebody link this?
Some type of hero.
Shout out to MJ McCray with the sub. Appreciate it.
I'm far from that.
Is that Miles Morales?
You got a temper. Problems with anger management.
I've been working on it.
Yeah, I am getting Tarantino vibes.
Jimmy,
Where his dude at? God, man.
they're not afraid of home.
He's doing his own thing.
Shouldn't be smoking and driving.
Shit. That's the only way to drive.
Now this is what we call a leaky fucking faucet. I suggest that you get your black ass out of here.
I can fight for what's right.
I like to see if you can
It's Tarantino vibes because it is a Tarantino movie. Ah, okay.
That's not gonna work for me.
I came here!
I missed it. I was looking at the chat.
Wanna hit?
What happened to the new Wu-Tang game? Is it canceled? Nah, they just haven't shown it yet.
Strong back, total breath control.
Well, whip the trigger. You bastard.
I got the power.
I can't really tell what it's about. Looks like it might have decent action in it, though. Looks okay. Not sure this is Tarantino. I see RZA all over it, but RZA the Jizza. Was it at the beginning? Oh, yeah, it was at the very beginning. It is a Tarantino film. So it's, okay. So it's RZA and Tarantino. Okay. Because it's Tarantino, I'm halfway interested. What up, Chaos? We keep an eye on it. We keep an eye on it. What else we got? Invincible Season 5 will officially release in 2027. Voice acting is complete. Hey. Need that. Need that. Need that. Okay. Let me use